were hits from the sticks and like country music, and that was, of course, what the show was about. Roy Clark and Buck Owens. Yes, the red, white, and blue guitar before the band Nirvana had it. I ended up watching some episodes of it on DVD later on. I noticed that they had a lot of cheap marriage jokes in it. And it's like, oh, I guess that would work at that time. Well, I know, also doing the southern accent, especially Texas drawl, I'm thinking of growing up in Iowa, and for a while the football coach at the University of Iowa happened to be Hayden Fry, and some of the bumper stickers they had about it, where it would say, well, it works in Texas. Yeah, first time I told that one, I could probably do a little better on that. Oh, where did we begin? Well, I did like hearing the Justin Bieber cover. When I hear that, I'm reminded of how him and Selena Gomez dated, and I'm more familiar with the Selena Gomez song "Same Old Love," and I'm thinking, I was always wondering if Selena had him in mind when she was singing it. I really like, especially the hook on it. Sick of that same old love, that shit, it tears me up. Sick of that same old love, my body's had enough. Sick of that same old love, feels like I'm blown apart. Sick of that same old love, the kind that breaks your heart. Yeah, I've been there. I think we all have been. But not good at singing. I think I would have been good as a drummer, though. What's the next one? Oh, yes. I noticed that there are certain titles I prefer to give myself instead of other people giving them to me, but it doesn't always work that way. The first boss I had when I moved here for work 12 years ago wanted to call me Monk, as in the obsessive-compulsive private eye TV show character. And it's like, yeah, that's really not flattering, especially when I hadn't seen the show yet. But I saw it often enough, and it's like, well, he's actually pretty good at what he does. I mean, an American Sherlock Holmes, so I'm fine with calling myself Monk, just not other people doing that for me. Especially what I did tonight, where I wasn't sure if I had locked my car, so I went back to it 2 blocks from here and checked it. It's like, well, it's definitely locked now, good. So now I can move on. And I'd be obsessive compulsive about other things, like seeing that my apartment door is locked. We all have things like that, idiosyncrasies, so it's not that big of a deal. It's not like, well, it also wasn't flattering when I was performing one time, and then a crowd member came to me after the show and asked me if I had Asperger's syndrome. Oh, just because I have a few nervous tics, you want to diagnose me with what the Rain Man had? Please. I mean, who really talked about autism and Asperger's syndrome before that movie anyway? Probably no one, and that was one of the reasons why it didn't get made, was that nobody really took that condition seriously. I mean, even in that movie, the Tom Cruise character said, "Is he crazy?" No. The response from the doctor was, well, I was in New York City for 4 days. This is my first day back at the office. I flew back to Minnesota on Sunday, and I made the most of my time there, but I felt like that, yes, I was trying to cram too much into 4 days. That's why I had to scrap a few things. But I felt like I got around to most of what really meant a lot on my list. I love baseball. I went to 2 games, and one of them was a minor league game in Brooklyn. And I like seeing the Jackie Robinson Pee Wee Reese statue that's outside the stadium, because of course, well, the Dodgers used to play in that borough. They had an extensive 9/11 memorial at the stadium too, so I got pictures of that as well. I really like the backdrop of the stadium, because beyond the outfield wall, you see all the Coney Island amusement park rides, although I didn't ride any of them. I had to move on pretty quick on all the things I was doing. I noticed that I ate a lot of hot dogs and pizza while I was there, because it's cheap and you can eat them quick. But of course, when it's warm this time of year. The most important thing is staying hydrated, so it didn't bother me any if I was eating that way. I mean, there are a lot of times where I'm fine with eating hot dogs and pizza. They taste good, so what's not to like? Yes, I went to 2 baseball games, 1 Major League game, 1 minor league game. I went to a baseball museum for Yogi Berra in the New Jersey suburbs at a university. And yes, they did talk about how he inspired the cartoon character that's almost like his name. And then all the commercials he did and all of his quotes. And I liked how my favorite quote of his was on the glass at the entrance door. I know it's not the most popular quote of his though, but to each their own. It would be boring if we all liked the same thing. My favorite quote of his: "Nobody goes there anymore, it's too crowded." I know, not over till it's over. It has to be his most popular one. But hey, it fits. I've said that a lot when I've been at places where the line is too long, like at a gas station or at a Subway sandwich shop. That's why I ended up giving Herbert Gerber a chance. Their sandwiches are good too, and I like the stories behind them. So let's see, the museum was Thursday, and then I went to Huguenot sites upstate New Paltz on Friday, because I'm descended from French Huguenots. That's what Dad taught me at an early age. And some people don't recall that in their history books, but I majored in history, so that means something to me, of course. I love driving. I drove upstate to get there. So that was another indulgence of mine that I could take care of. And then Saturday I went to see my college roommate down in Trenton, New Jersey. My New Yorker friend was surprised that I could get as far as I could in New Jersey on a train. Well, I was surprised too. But I liked how that meant I didn't have to take cabs that much either, because when I was going up to get the rental car in New Rochelle, I had a crazy man as my cab driver. He said that all of his ideas for movies were stolen, like the movie White Men Can't Jump. And it's like, after a little while, when he said it was up to 6 movies, not just 1, it's like, yeah, he's crazy. I'll just humor him and then hope I get out of this car quick. And I did. $5 cab ride didn't take long. Well, thank you, you've been great.